If you're a heat nursing technician or even a salesperson, is it possible that some of these huge numbers and huge closing rates that you see are not real? And why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. Okay, so first and foremost, I got to let you know this video has got both good sides and bad sides to it. Good side, is it possible for some of these people to hit huge numbers and huge closing rates? Yes. Is it possible for a ton of them? No. Okay. So we are talking about unicorn salespeople that are like 1/10 of 1% of the population who have the skills, the talents, and the capabilities to hit these numbers. So if somebody can do this on their own and without a ton of help, freaking congratulations, right? I will be the first person to high five them. But the bulk majority of what you don't see that goes beyond, that happens behind the scenes, is there are a lot of salespeople that are fed, and it's for bragging rights. It's for a dude or a manager to sit at a bar at their quarterly meeting and be like, my dude does, I don't know, random number, 10 million, right? We're gonna do the mythical $10 million. Okay. Are there people who can do it? Yes. Is that population small? You bet it is. Okay. So some companies are on this path that they want to have a super tech or a super salesperson for the bragging rights. And so all the leads run to them. Everything runs through them. And so they have ultimate confidence. They're going to get the best leads. They're going to get the best appointments. They're going to get the best 99% of the time. Do they have to take other appointments? Yeah. But are they the ones that are doing it? No. And the problem is this creates a vacuum. So like if you have the ability to go on an appointment with both homeowners and it's at the perfect point of the day, you're creating a differential between other types of leads, and you're putting a value in saying this lead is premium. And by default, since that lead is premium, you're giving somebody else weighted opportunity, right? It's just the chance that they have a better call. It's the chance that they're not having to deal with the rental property. It's the chance that they're not dealing with a difficult client based upon the conversation on the phone with dispatch. And people are like, Scott, you can't tell technicians this. I'm like, I'm my own dude. I can tell technicians this. I've been on management teams. I know how the game works. And if you're like, hey, Scott, is it probably happening at my company? There's a chance, okay? So the other technicians, the other salespeople are sacrificed for bragging rights and records. They are. Yep, I said it. I said it. Simmer down, right? The metrics of the top people who can hit these numbers are very small. And so here's what it takes to sell $10 million. 500 jobs at $20,000 each. Okay, can that happen? Yeah, it can, right? 400 jobs at $25,000 each, or 333 jobs at $33,000 each. All right, and if you mix things up, is that possible? Yes. But let's go down this path. If you work 220 days out of the year, right? You're not working weekends. And so if you're going to hit these numbers, you're going to have to work crazy hours. 220 days means you need to have a closing rate and take 840 leads. That's 3.8 leads a day. With a closing rate of 65%, that means that person needs 770 leads and close 3.5 a day. And with a 70% closing rate, that person needs 715 leads, closing at 3.25%. Okay. Can it happen? Yeah. Is it going to happen in every metropolitan in the United States? No freaking way. And this right here is why you should join my email publication, hvactechsecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So you're like, Scott, what does it take to sell 5 million? Okay, this can be done. My little brother's done it. I know for a fact it can be done. It takes 250 jobs at $20,000 each, 200 jobs at $25,000, or 151 at 33. And if you're going to work 220 days, that means that you're going to take a closing rate of 60%, 420 leads, 3.8 leads a day. These numbers are going to play out the same as, the $10 million rule. That means with a 65% closing rate, you're going to need to sell 3.5. And a 70% closing rate, you're going to have to sell 360 leads at 3.25 leads per day. Okay. This doesn't take into account losses from people canceling. This doesn't take into account credit declines. And so, look, there are super salespeople that are 100% capable of doing this. But if you're like, hey, Scott, I want to be like that dude or that chick, what you're not being told is the backstory. What you're not being told is, there are leads that they don't have to run. Almost every time that I've met with an owner and they've got a superstar, right? They've got a superstar. They've got somebody doing it big. They'll say, yeah, on the back end, what we're not telling our guys is they are fed. And so, what happens what happens is, you know, you get technicians and salespeople that start resenting this dude or this chick because they're like, look, we get pulled into a meeting and we're held to standards, but this guy, this dude, this chick is getting extra help. And it's a differential that they're not being held to the specific standards. Everything runs through them. Everything makes it easy for them. And so, look, you got some decisions to make. If you're going to work for a big organization, these are the games that are going to get played in a big company. Hands down, 99.9% of the time. You work in a smaller organization, it can still happen. But, you know, this is why it's really good for you to get good at sales, and this is why it's really good for you to figure out how to close deals no matter what the situation is. So let's flip it from a negative to a positive. If this is you and you've got somebody at your company and they're way up here and everything runs through them, the benefit for you is to figure out how to close deals. The benefit for you is to figure out how to work with everybody so I can start closing deals no matter the situation, right? So here's one thing that you need to know. If you all of a sudden see your numbers tanking at the end of a quarter or at the end of the year, and you're wondering, why am I running so many of XYZ type of leads and looking over here, this dude or this chick is closing tons of deals, it's for bragging rights. 100%. It's for bragging rights. It's to help that dude or that chick get to their bonus. It's to help that person so that they don't leave the company, right? That you kind of create your own monster inside of an organization when you build somebody up like this, and they're like, I'm a placeholder number 5, 8, 10, $20 million dude or chick, depending upon what inflation is like in the future. You just got to know that that person is going to go, well, I'm going to switch companies, and then they're going to make all sorts of demands. And then the budget process is built for top salesperson to sell 5, 8, 10, $20 million a year. So the company won't let them go, right? They have the ultimate opportunity. And I've seen this dude that supposedly is able to close massive numbers go to a new company and not fed like he was at XYZ company going over to 1, 2, 3 and fell flat on their face because they didn't have the skills. Are there people on the planet that can do this? Yes, but they're unicorns. They're few and far between and not to the numbers of they are in the industry. Just sit down and do the math. Mathematically speaking, you are going to have these people. Statistically speaking, you are going to have these people. But the amount of people that are out there that are claiming to be, I don't know, $10 million dude, $12 million dude, $15 million dude, without help, not happening. You got one of 3 things to do from here. Just one of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it every time I send a video. You'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.